Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we're continuing with that Fiat Punto, the clutch. I want to get all wrapped up, all finished, hopefully running, hopefully driving. Completely finish that job so that the owner can come over this afternoon and pick it up. And he needs it to get back and forwards to work. In a minute, he's taking a bike, which ain't good. I think he's got to do like... I think it's like a 35-minute on a bike in the morning. He needs his car back. So, yeah, we're going to try and get that done this morning. First thing, get that done. I've got a lot of jobs coming in, wanting doing bits and pieces. I've got this as well to be done. But I've got other people wanting other bits and pieces done, which is all right. You know, it's fine. It just, it just gets done in the end, so I don't mind. Earning a wage is earning a wage, no matter how you do it. So, yeah, I'll spin you around. Let's get into it. So, guys, like I was just saying, we've got to continue with that first thing this morning. It is, what's the time now? Just coming up to 8 o'clock. So, I've had to bring this car in today. This wasn't here yesterday, but it was outside. But I've had to bring it in because it is going to start raining today where I am. And yeah, no windscreen and no bonnet is not good for a car. So it's got to stay in here when it rains. So yeah. So we are cracking on with this car today. We need to get this one done first. And then we've got other vehicles. I had a really late message last night. Someone saying that they've got a problem with their Focus. Could I take a look at it? He's got a coolant leak somewhere. He's bringing that in here this morning. So we'll probably be looking at that one as well today. I've also got a van that's sitting outside. That needs a little bit of work because... someone drove into the side of the van, only a little van, and he drove into the side and it's all sort of bent in. And he just said, look, I've got this amount of money, do the best you can. So I was like, yep, of course. Yeah, no problem at all. Another one, I've got another little van, little Transit Connect that wants some under seal repairs done. It's failed the MOT on the seals underneath it, and it needs some... probably a little bit of welding, cutting out, like I did on the KA, the first 3 KA that I had. Cut out the seals, welding a little bit of plate, and then sort of a bit of filler, then overdo it, then sort of do like a black stone chip paint across underneath of both seals, and then that should be ready to go for an MOT as well. So. Loads of little bits and pieces coming up. Loads of little jobs coming in, which is great. I will sort of, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still going to continue filming every day on what I'm doing on the vehicles that come in because it's just different, isn't it? It's little bits and pieces come in. It's different for you guys to watch. It's not just repairing the salvage cars and doing that kind of thing now. So I'm doing a lot more other bits and pieces for people, which is great. Yeah, really, really good. So there we go. Let's crack on. I need to get this wrapped up, finished, all done. And then we can test it. And then that can sit outside whilst we bring the next little project, today's little project in. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. So, guys, we are definitely getting there now. Most of it's been put back together. I've got a couple of things I need to do. But it is, yeah, it is looking... Look how much space you've got to work in this car. It's crazy. So it's nice. It's been quite nice. Nice space and that sort of stuff. So, drive shafts are back in place, both sides there as well. I'm going to get a bit of brake cleaner. Just get brake cleaner all over this drive shaft. I didn't want to do it until it was in place, because I didn't want it going inside. I know, like, I'll probably be a little bit fussy, but I just didn't want it going inside the gearbox. So I will clean that up. A little bit more cleaning here to do. So yeah, that side's in place as well. Drive shaft all in place. All the suspension has been put back together as well. The lower control arms, they're all been bolted up and put back in place. So we are definitely moving along very nicely with this one. We've still got to do... Oh, we've got to do a pipe for the coolant. I'll show you that now. So this is the old thermostat. And that pipe, that goes to the bottle, the reservoir bottle, coolant. And that goes to the thermostat, the new one. But I need to get this connection off here. And basically what it is, this is seized onto the actual thermostat housing. So I need to loosen it up. That should spin. This connector, that should spin freely on this thermostat, and it's not. It's seized solid. So I need to put some WD-40 down there, and then just gradually ease it off, and see if I can get it off without breaking it, really. If I do break it, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I can just get that hose and then put it onto the pipe and get a Jubilee clip and then connect it up. But it'll be nice just to keep the original how it should be. So I'm going to do that, and then we can get on with putting that back on. We've also got to do the gearbox oil, which I had a couple of messages last night's video. Mark, don't forget to put the gearbox oil in. I definitely won't, so thanks for that. But that's the drain, that's the fill up point here, so I have to undo this bolt. That will come off, and then I'll use my pump to pump in the gearbox oil until it starts just to coming out, and then boom, that's it, we're done. Put it back on. So yeah, definitely moving along, definitely getting there, guys. Like I said, everything's been put back together, all the stuff on top. I've got to put the battery tray in as well, but all the cables as well for the gearbox selector cables, they've been put on. So yeah, really moving along. So let me set you up. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get this running pretty soon and driving. So fingers crossed. That's it. Let's go. Let's do it. Right, so guys, that is the Fiat Punto done, complete. I've just drove it about. It drives absolutely perfect in all the gears, really, really nice and smooth. So that's really, really good. He can come and collect the car this afternoon, have it back, and then he can go, you know, he ain't got to ride his bike to work anymore. He can now take his car to work and back. So yeah, that's all done. That little job is finished. So yeah, just see me clear up as well. I like to tidy up as I go. Just sweep up, put a bit of brake cleaner down on the floor, just wipe it all off. Just try and keep as tidy and as neat as I can. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to do there. Just tidy up the mess that was left from that job. So that's that one done. We can now move on to the next job of the day. It's a Focus. The guy messaged me last night really late and said, would you be able to look at it? You know, coolant's coming out somewhere. He can hear it. Would I be able to sort of look at it for him today? So, yeah, managed to squeeze it in for him today. I'll bring it in. I'll just put it here, the Focus. I won't put it on the ramp because there's no need for it. I'll bring it in. I'll show you what's going on. I'll explain, I think, the issue. We'll have to sort of take some panels off and take some bits and pieces to get to the actual issue and problem. But I think I know what is going on. So, yeah, let's get the Focus, bring it inside, and then we'll go from there. Let's do this. Right, guys, this is the Focus I was just talking about. And basically what happened was the owner drove to work last night, and on the way there, he could notice like a draining like sound, like noise, like splashing, sort of hissing sort of noise. It's really strange. He said it was definitely coming from the inside in the cabin, because obviously that's where he was driving. You can see that the coolant is completely sort of more or less gone. So, yeah, he messaged me and said, would you be able to take a look? So when he come over, he explained what was going on. So what I found straight away is this. So it's coming from there. Now, these are quite prone for, basically behind that panel, there's two pipes that go into the heater matrix. There's an in and there's an out, two pipes, yeah? Those pipes have got like a round, they're like rubber, not clips, they're like rubber seals, like a rubber seal, and they click together. And I've heard of this before, where the actual, and this is probably, we'll have a look from factory, the little rubbers, they fail, and that's what causes the actual water to come down. So I'm assuming it's gone down beneath that carpet, and that's why it's soaking here. So I'll have to do a little bit more investigation to see how far it's gone, but it only happened last night. So he's caught it pretty quickly, because he heard it, which is always sometimes a good thing when it comes to your cars. If you ever hear a strange noise or something's not right or something's different, you know normally there's a problem. And in this case, exactly what it was. He didn't check the coolant, and the temperature gauge wasn't even going past where it should be. It was staying halfway where the temperature gauge should be. So he got really lucky that he caught it so quickly, because it happened last night, and said, could I have a look at it? So the first thing we've got to do is start stripping this down. So let's get this panel out of the way, and I'll get the machine and start sucking up this water and this coolant and stuff, and start getting this dried off as well. I do know of another situation where someone else had a car like this, and it did happen on his car, but he kept on filling up the coolant thinking there was a coolant leak at the front. There wasn't, and it kept on leaking out here, and in the end it completely soaked the carpet all in the car, and then everything had to come out to dry out the carpet to do the fix. It took a long time for people to work out what it was. Everyone kept going to the engine bay thinking the coolant's leaking. There's a problem with the radiator, the thermostat, the pipe, anything like that. And it turned out that it was the heater matrix pipes behind this panel. So yeah, let's get it off. let's crack on and let's see if we can get this done for him. I know for a fact, if it is those seals, it's a main dealer only part. And, you know, at the minute, main dealers are really struggling with every single part. So I hope we can get this done. We can get the part pretty quick and get this done for him, because he needs his car. He cannot do without a car for his work, and that, again, someone else that needs their car for work. So, which is obvious, yeah. So, yeah, let's get this panel off. Let's find out, and I'll show you the pipes. Right, guys. So, as you can see, took the panel off. And yeah, I know exactly where it's coming from. So there's like a clip that goes around these two pipes like this. These two plastic pipes, clips. Behind these clips, there is a rubber seal that connects this pipe. It connects this pipe to that pipe. It goes together. And there's a rubber seal in there. You can just see it, the black one. And that's what's failed, basically. And you can only get them seals, these two rubber seals, from main dealer. So I'll have to get him a quote, get him a price. They're only two little rubber seals, and they're not going to cost massive amount of money. The trouble is that we've got to go main dealer, so that's probably 50% more expensive going to them. But I know you can't get them anywhere else, and they're a specific size, specific diameter, and I want to make sure that you get the right ones. You never want that leaking again. So yeah, that's what we've got to do. I'll go and get some prices for him and let him know what it is, and then we'll get into it and start taking them off. But I think what I've also got to do is I've got to drain the coolant completely out of the system. So that means putting the car probably on the ramp, taking it up. I think it's got an underneath body tray. We'll take the tray off, drain the coolant, then get into the pipe work, disconnect those two pipes, then change the seals. So, you know, there is a bit of time involved, probably a couple of hours, continuous work. So, yeah, I'll come back to you once we get a result on the rubber seals. Hopefully they're in stock. They might not be, and they might take a bit of time to get. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'll let you know soon, guys. But that is the problem. Those heater matrix pipes there. That's what's leaking. Right, I'll come back to you soon. Right, guys, let's give you an update of what's going on with this car. Basically, I've spoke to the main dealer. And yeah, it's a main dealer only part. I think it was £30 for the 2 O-rings and 2 clamps that go on the pipework at the bottom. And I've ordered them, and they're gonna bring them out to me a little bit later. So yeah, just to make sure, you got 2 O-rings in the middle, and then you've got the 2 plastic clamps. It's not worth taking a chance. Those plastic clamps might have been okay, but it's not worth taking a chance, to be honest with you. You can see that it's still dripping out of there like that. So, you know, that's where his issue is. It's gone down there as well. So I'm probably gonna have to pull the carpet. I'm gonna probably pull the carpet away. And suck up as much as that coolant as I can underneath. Just dry it out as much as I can for him as well. Do that, and then we'll just have to wait for the parts to turn up. You know, they say it's going to turn up a little bit later, but you just never know. You just never know at a minute what time they're going to actually turn up. But what I have got to do is I've got to completely drain the system, the coolant system, out of the engine everywhere before I pull those pipes. Because if I pull them out, then yeah, it's going to put coolant everywhere. So that's what we've got to do. I'll start by pulling the coolant out, and then we'll probably just leave this now until we get the parts a little bit later. Whether or not you're going to see that, I don't know, because they might turn up at sort of 3, 4 o'clock. If they do, then you're not going to see me do it because it's and he wants his car back. He's desperate for the car to be back today, so I might have to do a late one. I can stay here till sort of 5, 6, 7 o'clock if I really wanted to. And he needs it back. So yeah, you probably, if they turn up in the next couple of hours, you'll probably see it. If they don't, then like I said to you, I'm just gonna have to get on with it and get it done. And I'll tell you what happens. But for the moment, I'll set you up. Let's drain the system. Let's get it all sort of ready for when it does the parts do turn up. And then it's just a case of just putting the parts back on, filling the system back up, and yeah, it should be good to go. So I'll crack on for now. I'll set you up on a tripod, and let's get cracking with this one. And then once we get to a certain point, we'll move to the next project, and I'll bring that in, which is a little van that's got a few dents on it, and I'll show you that as well today. So very, very busy day today, guys, so far. Very busy, but I do love it like that. So let's keep going, and let's just see how far we get. So let's do this. Right, guys, update. So, as you can see, I'm just draining the coolant system out and get as much as I can out of it. And then that way, there'll be less. There's always going to be something coming out on the inside, but the least we can do, the better, I think. But also, what's happened is typical, isn't it? You do one job and it throws up another job. He messaged me and said he's noticed that the underneath, the gator on one of the drive shafts are leaking, and as you can see, it's this one right here, the middle one on this driver side, and it has gone everywhere. Look at all that grease; it's just spraying everywhere. And look, I don't know what the hell was going on, but look at that up there. That is absolutely caked in mud, just everywhere underneath there, all over that. That's the not drive shaft. It is the steering rack. It is absolutely mud everywhere. So this car definitely needs a good clean up. I'll be doing that as well. But he said, look, whilst you're doing the repair to the heater matrix and that, could you just whip that gator off and change that for me? So I was like, okay, all right, no worries, I can do that. So we've got to do that job as well. So we've got to get the wheel off, get the hub off, undo, connect all the steering system. We've got to drop the gearbox oil. I said, look, to get that drive shaft out, you've got to drop the gearbox oil. So whilst we're dropping the gearbox oil, do you want me to change it? And he was like, yeah, change that. Just, I think this car is going to be, we're not going to get to anything else today apart from this car. So yeah, let's get cracking, get this wheel off, start getting this drive shaft out, and we'll get this gator sorted out as well for him. So let's do this, guys. Let's keep going. Right, okay guys, just a quick update. As you can see, drive shaft is out on this side. That was a bit of a pain, to be honest with you. This was seized solid to the back of the knuckle there as it goes through. That was kind of seized there, so I've got to make sure I clean that off and clean it up for him a bit better than that. And yeah, you can see that it's coming through there. It's coming through here as well. So this was definitely a problem, and it was kicking all the grease and crap right up there. So I'm gonna have to re-grease it. You get like a box. It comes as a set, and you get the new gator like that. You get the two connections as well, the clips, and you get a big bag of grease, so we can really fill it up there and get it done as well. So yeah, that's that. I have spoken to the owner and basically said, do you know what? The actual passenger side one, it does seem to be leaking as well. So I don't know if you look at all this mud that I've got down off this car. All that was just caked up there. I need to get a bit more and clean it all off, but you can see it. It's just everywhere. It looks like it's gone through a ditch or something. It's really mad. But yeah, I'll clean it up for him and get that done. This one here, this gator here, is leaking as well. So that needs to be pulled out and changed. Whilst we're doing the work, it just makes sense to do this now because it is splitting. It's only just started to go and split and go everywhere, but it will just keep getting worse and worse and worse. So yeah, he's agreed, and we're going to get this one done as well, which is really going to push my day further along. But it's work and it needs to get done, guys. So that's what we'll get done and get it all sorted for him. Whether or not we're going to get it all finished today, hopefully I can for him because he wants the car back. He needs to go work and get on a trip somewhere. So yeah, I'll crack on. I'll get this one swapped over and then we'll put that one back in place, and then we'll jump to this one and then get that one out as well. Do exactly the same thing. So for the moment, I'll come back to you soon. Right guys, let's give you an update. So that took a bit of time, but as you can see, a nice new gator with clips and all greased up. So it's just a case of now just reinstating it, putting it back in place, and then going to the other side, doing the other side. I've also got the gasket, the little O-rings and the clips for the inside now, which is this here. Got delivered by Fords, and you can see these are the little rings that's failed inside the pipe, and then black clips there. Just clip over and finish it all off. So yeah, there we go. I've pulled the carpet out as well. You can see I pulled the carpet back, just sort of trying to catch as much as the fluid as I can. You can see there's a little bit there as I undone the pipes. Up there, that's where it's leaking from. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that there? Right here at the top, it's all black. Well, that's the O-ring. That's the actual O-ring that's perished, is this black bit at the top here. So it was definitely the issue, the problem. I'll have to clean that up, get it all out, put the new O-ring in, put it back on, clamp it, and that one's done. And then I've got to get the other one, which is a little bit higher up there. I'll get that one disconnected, push it up, pull it down, and get it done. And then I said to him I was going to quickly do the carpet as well. I'll suck up because this is all wet. See, it's all pink. It's not supposed to be pink. It's pink because of the coolant. So I'll get on my machine, hoover it all up, and then just see how far we get. I've probably got another hour, guys, before I've got to stop today's video, just because of time and getting it downloaded. Whether or not it might be a late one, this one, so just bear with me because I've got a lot going on. But I'll carry on for the next sort of half hour, 45 minutes, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to have to call it a day and then get this video out to you. So, and then I'll just carry on and do the rest of the car, putting it back together for him, because I think he wants to pick it up tonight, which is really, really tight at a minute. So I've got to get cracking. I'll set you up for a little while. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, just give you a quick update of what's happening. I've took this one out, and as you can see, nice new gator with some nice new brackets holding it in place, the actual clips. So yeah, a bit of a pain. I'm absolutely filthy, but I got it done in the end. So that's done. This side is nearly all finished up. I've done this one. I think that's tight. I've got to do that drop. That steering rack bolt, got to do that up, and then that's it. Wheel can go back on, and that's it. This side's finished. I think exactly the same as the other side. Steering rack bolt's got to be done up, and then the wheels can go back on. I've put the pipe back on place as well, so that's all done up here. Coolant. Then I can put the tray back on, and then it's just the inside work really. The little bits of. He wants to try and get this car back tonight. I'm really under pressure at the minute. I'm trying for him because he really does need it back tonight. So, bless him. But I've run out of time, guys, to get this video out. That's going to be the end of today's video. You know, we have done quite a bit today on the Fiat Punto and this one. I'm going to get this finished tonight, like I said, so you probably won't see this car again because I want to get it done for him and gone. And then, yeah, we can move on to something else tomorrow, which will probably be the vans that I was talking about. But we're going to start work on them. So for now, that's going to be the end of today's video. Guys, I really hope and you really do like what I'm doing. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to all the videos that I'm doing. That really does help. And I'll see you guys on the next one.